Good morning. Welcome to 30 Ways, 30 Days. I'm Susie Jacobs and it is 11:07. And today I'm down here on Pyrmont Bridge looking over the glorious Darling Harbour. Who's out there today? Come and say hello, give me a wave, let me know that you are out there. We are on, okay, I can see one person. Oh yeah. We're on day 13 of 30 Ways, 30 Days, and today we're looking at why it is you will never find happiness. I know that's confronting, right? But what we're doing here is unpacking the assumptions that we take for granted, we assume to be true, and which are the very things that are undermining our confidence and creating havoc with our plans for our greatest success. So yes, we're going places which feel uncomfortable, but that's where the gold is. Good morning, Anna. So lovely to see you here. It is gorgeous. Adrian Nixon, I actually think you're somewhere close to where I am down here in Pyrmont. It is beautiful to have you both here. So, as I said, we are day 13. Day 12, I want to speak to anyone and hear from you if you spent the past 24 hours practicing dropping your butts, right? So you practice dropping your excuses and reasons because you reminded yourself you always have a choice. So when we say things like, I know what to do, I just don't do it, we recognize actually that is an assumption. That is not true. It is truer to say, I know what to do, and I choose not to do it. So if you have been practicing dropping your butts, your reasons, your excuses over the past 24 hours, I want to get a wave. I want to hear or read an activation. Come on down. I want to hear from you. That's what it is. And in fact, we're going to speak as we roll out today about how there's actually no outcome. All of this is a practice and a process. Yeah, so yesterday's 24 hours was practicing dropping your butts, your reasons and excuses, reminding yourself you always have a choice. And so the sentence sounds more like, I know what to do and I choose not to do it. Okay. So you can post any comments you've got about that in the feed. We'd love to hear from you. So let's move on to day 13. Why you can never and will never find happiness. Here it is. Our assumption is that when we have the ideal job, the perfect family, the partner who really knows how to fulfill you sexually, the great holiday that you've been planning and imagining for years, then you'll be happy. Yeah? It's this idea that when we get somewhere, when we have something, we'll be happy. And it's just wrong. Happiness is actually a choice. And it's a choice about how you construct your view of the world. It's the greatest choice we have, is knowing how to construct our worldview. So happiness is at first a choice. Secondly, it's a practice, and it's a practice of a process. And it's like practicing any process. You see, even doing 30 Ways in 30 Days, I was speaking to a client over in the UK yesterday, and he was asking me how Facebook Live was going. And I said, look, there were two reasons for me doing this. One is, of course, we want to get this body of work out there to as many people, because the greatest choice we have is the choice to construct our worldview in a way that supports our current views, aspirations, and goals. That's number one. Number two is my choice to practice the process of being able to deliver live to camera. So I can think about it, I can write about it, but until I put myself in the position of practicing it day after day after day, how do I ever reach a new level of mastery? Does that make sense? Can you give me a wave, a thumbs up, a big, juicy, gorgeous heart if that's making sense to you. If you want to become a grand tennis player, you've got to get on the court. And it's not just about making up new rules for the game of tennis and trying to learn new stuff about the game of tennis. It's about getting on the court and practicing hour after hour your forehand, your backhand, your serve. It's the practice, it's the process, and it starts with the choice and the intention to do it. So remember, happiness is not an outcome. It is not something that you find. It is a choice, it is a practice, and it is a process. So if we start from there, what is it that we need to know that gets in the way of us creating happiness for ourselves? Like I said, it is actually the assumption that we know how we construct our view of the world. And we don't. We were never taught it. It fills me with dread that we're still not being taught this stuff. That the future guardians of our nation, of this planet, are not being taught this stuff at school. But we can start the process. We can pass our knowledge on. So how you construct your view of the world is part of the process to choosing a state of happiness. So what gets in the way? There are 7 core elements, which we talk about as this 7 elements of choice framework that we use in Activator Academy. Just 7 elements that you need to be aware of that will knock your happiness out of the park or off track. Yeah? 7 things. Now, we've talked about some of those as we've gone through the first 13 days. Feelings and judgments are 2 of the key ones that we find time and time again. Knock people's plans off track, create havoc for them, right? So you want to go get educated around feelings and judgments. Now, the first step would be to go listen to the Change Room podcast. We've got 2 episodes which relate to this. They're really simply called Feelings and Judgment. Go find them. We'll post the link for you here in the Facebook feed. Once you understand what a feeling is and the impact it has on your happiness, what a judgment is and how it's creating havoc with your plans, you start incorporating that into your practice and your process. And the more you practice and process, just like you do on your forehand, or I do out here going live to camera, the more masterful we become. It's the 7 elements of how we construct our view of the world, our worldview, that actually we want to pull up to our conscious brain, know it, own it, choose it, and then if we don't like it, change it. A really simple formula. But the assumption that we should know how to do this is actually creating the greatest unhappiness. So today and for the next 24 hours, start thinking about happiness as a choice, a practice, and a process. Start noticing that if you choose to be happy in this moment, and then, your partner doesn't bring you flowers, your partner doesn't do the right thing in the bedroom with you tonight, your colleagues look the wrong way at you, whatever it is, your internal choice to be happy collides with the external world, and guess what? You're no longer happy. That's where you need to focus your attention. Okay, that's day 13 of 30 Ways, 30 Days. It is the ultimate choice to learn how to construct your view of the world so you can reconstruct a view that supports your current goals, desires, dreams, and aspirations. If you want to apply for a place on one of our life-changing, transformative programs, they start again in September. Let us know by You can message us on Facebook. Go to susiejacobs.com. Go to the contact page. You can put an expression of interest in there. Read the testimonials. Listen to the people who have been on the course. Take ownership of your choices. Thank you. And somebody has just posted for us the Feelings and the Judgment podcast. Have a listen. Come back tomorrow. And let us know what happens when you can identify what feelings are, what judgments are, and how they knock your happiness off track. We can help. It has been an absolute pleasure. Put your expression of interest in. Go to susiejacobs.com. Join us tomorrow for day 14 of 30 Ways, 30 Days. I'll be back here at 11:07. There's a watch party at 9:07 tonight, 7:07 tomorrow morning. Get it on. It's been an absolute joy and a pleasure. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye for now. Thanks, Adrian. You have a beautiful day too. Sun's in my eyes, which is why I can't really see everyone's notes, but I've just seen yours. Thank you, darling. Lovely to have you here. See you soon. Bye.